Hi, this is PR Sundar and welcome to this special episode. So I'm going to talk about the Indian stock market outlook for the next 1 to 2 years. Few months before, there was a sell-off in our market and Nifty crashed all the way from 18,000 plus to 15,200. And FIIs were selling very aggressively. And FIIs were selling almost 40,000 to 50,000 crore every month and starting last October. And they have sold 3 lakh crore over a period of 10 months. But despite that, our market fall was not that severe. Nasdaq, for example, fell more than 30%. S&P 500 Dow fell 20%. We fell 15-16%. And usually, once upon a time, like 2008-9 period, when FIIs sell $1 billion, and Nifty used to fall about 5%. But that has not happened. And I think we have already discussed about this earlier. And this time, there's a big change is the retail people. And retail people have come and supported the market both directly as well as indirectly. Directly means there are lots and lots of people opening new demat account. The new demat account opening has set a record. The number one broker in India, Zerodha, has crossed 1 crore demat accounts. And that is the record number of new demat account being opened, new people coming and new people investing. Even when the market crashed, they did not see that as a panic. They saw that as an opportunity. They've invested and they are rewarded now. So this is a very, very big change. The second big change is that, when I said it directly, so they open account. Indirectly means people who have got no knowledge but have faith in the stock market. So they started pumping their money into mutual funds. Then the mutual funds came into the market, and I think there was a lot of news you must have read. More than 11,000 crore is being pumped into SIP. And even when the Nifty crashed from 18,000 to 15,200, that SIP amount did not go down. Purely retail people saved the market, and people entered the market directly as well as indirectly and saved the market from collapsing. And now FIIs have also changed their mind. Now they started buying, and that is why now you can see. And as of now, I can tell you last 5-6 trading session, Nasdaq is down more than 10% and S&P 500 Dow all like 7-8%. But we did not fall. And in fact, mid cap and small cap index was in green last week. This video is being recorded on 3rd of September. So I'm talking about the last week. Both mid cap and small cap ended more than 1% higher and Nifty ended almost flat, while the US markets fell 8 to 10%. So this is the kind of huge outperformance we are having. Now, what the people like me or what the television channels they do, when the market crashes, they come out with one reason. When the market shoots up, they come out with another reason. I know there are many channels. There's a great investor, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, of course, is no more now. But he was considered as a big bull. And there is another guy called Shankar Sharma. He's always very bearish. He's considered as a bear. As and when the markets are bull, these channels will interview Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. And as and when markets are bearish, these people will be interviewing Shankar Sharma. Few months before, when the markets crashed so much, and what was the big topic everywhere? India high valuation. India's valuation is 60% to 80% premium to other emerging markets. And FIIs are selling shares in India and then moving the funds to China. But now what they are saying, is just opposite. And now what they are saying, yesterday in one television channel, I saw a report and that report only triggered this video. And what they were saying, the amount of money that was coming to India through FIIs, about 94% of that money is not India dedicated funds. It's a emerging market fund. So the people are investing in emerging market fund. So that emerging market fund, they allocate a fixed percentage to different countries like China 25%, India 12.7%. Like that they reckon. So the more and more money coming to the emerging market fund, the more and more money coming to India also. And because Russia-Ukraine war broke out, so Russia was removed ultimately from this emerging market fund. And then there's a lot of problems going on between US and China. So this US and China problem started during the Trump's period. But we thought, when Biden came, so these things will settle down. But it's not settling down. Every day, one or the other problems are coming, So you may remember last month, Nancy Pelosi went to Taiwan, China protested, so that created a lot of tension. Then again, just last week, US government announced that chip companies should not be selling chips to China and Russia. So because they say the chips are being used by China military. I think tomorrow they will tell you don't sell rice, dal, spoon, plates, because the China military is using all these things, right? There's a big problem between China and US, and moreover, and I think I must have told you earlier, all those people few months before when they were talking, India valuation is very high and China valuation is very low, money is moving to China, I was actually just laughing. And I think, one of my earlier videos, I've shown you the chart also. Okay, in 2008, just before Lehman Brothers collapse, Nifty was around 6,000 and Shanghai index was also around 6,000. China index also around 6,000. India index was also 6,000. Then Lehman Brothers collapse came, we came to 3,000. They also came to 3,000. And then after that, from 3,000, we went to 18,000. But their China market, from 3,000, they went to 3,000 only. And just imagine, from 2008 to 2022, the China markets have given zero return. Just because it is cheap, you just cannot go and pump in the money, right? You go and pump in the money, forever it will be cheaper. The people had to give some reason. Okay, so they were giving. But now they have to give a reason. And now what they say, the money that is being pumped into emerging market funds. So now they are saying, just like Russia was excluded, okay, so now there's a possibility China may also be excluded. If China is excluded, the 25% of the money is going to China. So when that is excluded, so then that 25% of the money will have to be distributed among other countries. And now the television report says India weightage may go from around 12% to 18%. So that indicates about 50% higher FII inflow. So if this 50% higher FII inflow comes, our markets can go to all-time high. Of course, our market can go to all-time high. That's not a big deal. But this is the essence. But I do not subscribe to this story. Just like US-China relationship is like a husband-wife relationship. You can't leave also, you can't hate also. There's a saying, in English, I love to hate and I hate to love. So that is the thing will be going on. But people have seen an outright objection to Russia, what kind of impact that is having. There's a lot of problem. And I heard in Europe, energy cost has shot up 700%. And just now I read one tweet, a pub in London, which used to pay 70,000 pounds as the electricity bill. Now it has shot up to 4,20,000 pounds. If 4,20,000 pounds, if they're paying, one small coffee shop, they received a bill of 7,000 pounds per month as the electricity bill. And Europe is in a very, very big trouble now, very big mess. Now the winter is coming and Russia will be doing all kinds of politics. And just now I read a news, Russia has a two pipeline, pipeline 1 and pipeline 2. Pipeline 1 is called Nord Stream 1 and pipeline 2 is Nord Stream 2. And pipeline 1 is in operation and pipeline 2 is almost finished but ready for gas transportation. Because of this Russia-Ukraine war, so the European countries have stopped that agreement. But now what Russia is playing the trick, okay, they are stopping the gas from the pipeline 1 also, Nord Stream 1 also. But then there is an agreement signed already. So you can't abruptly deny. But then Russia says, there is some leakage in some pipeline. So this is a technical problem. We want to supply, but there is a leakage, so we are closing down for maintenance. Then how long it will take to complete the maintenance? They say we do not know. So that needs a special factory fitting, this and that, and they are punishing the Europe more like anything. Nowadays, the global markets are so much interlinked. Okay, you just cannot isolate one country, and that too, a country like China is going to be very, very difficult. If you go to US, forget about US, even in India, whatever you see, they're all Chinese products only. If Chinese products are removed, then the inflation will shoot up like anything.
Get those jobs from China and bring them back here to America. For what, nigga? So iPhones can be $9,000? Leave that job in China where it belongs.
And so it's just because of Chinese products and the products are cheaper, the inflation is lower all over the world. So otherwise, inflation will get out of control. That can create hell lot of problems. They are just speculating whether this will happen or not, but I don't think that that can happen. But whether that happens or not, our market has lot of internal strength. As I told you last time, this time our market has been doing well because of internal strength, not the external strength, not because of FII. Last 1 to 2 years, if you see some sea changes, number one, the faith of the retail people in the stock market, they are supporting the market, they are entering the market directly or indirectly. And number two, pension funds, national pension scheme are getting a lot of money. So that money is coming, the provident fund money is coming, and all these have given a paradigm shift to our market. And not only that, our companies are really making good profits. And even during the coronavirus, our corporates have decent results only. People like me or people like other analysts and other television channels, they come out with one reason when the markets are good. Because you see, I come out with every day, every day market goes up, we say something positive. Every day market goes down, we say something negative. But in a longer time frame, our market will always be good. If not this calendar year, at least the next calendar year, I think Nifty will surely take out all-time high, 18,600. Just now, I saw one message. The India's GDP has overtaken UK GDP. UK is the 5th largest economy and India was the 6th largest economy. But now, India has gone to 5th largest economy, overtaking the UK. And of course, people say that, sir, you have to see the per capita income. Our population is 120 crore. Their population is only 7 crore. Okay, that's different. Per capita income is different. But anyway, an achievement is an achievement. Just because our per capita income is less, is it all right? We are even in total GDP also, we are in the 6th place, 7th place. But at least from 6th place, we move to a 5th place. So sometimes, small successes, you must learn to celebrate in your life. And no matter how much good thing, let us say even you say, I made 1 lakh crore, people will say, oh, Warren Buffett made 2 lakh crore, right? So people will always find some fault unless you are number one in the world. This is also another sign that, okay, our economy going forward will be good. So that is the reason why, we are moving one step ahead in the World Economy List. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.